name's Emma. I'm from the Bainbridge Island Museum of Art, and I'm here today for Art in Action from Home. We're going to be talking today about how to design your own poster and share your voice with the world in a really creative, interesting way. And I'm drawing inspiration for our activity today from this book, Voices of Freedom, Fannie Lou Hamer, Spirit of the Civil Rights Movement. And when we're going through hard times in our personal lives or in our community, I think it can be really helpful to look to people from the past, like Fannie Lou Hamer, who've used their voices to create community among everybody who's sharing the same struggle and to advocate for change. I'll also be drawing inspiration today from the illustrations in this book. Iqua Holmes illustrated this beautiful book by Carol Boston Weatherford, and I think Iqua's illustrations really get at this idea that art can be used as a tool for connecting people even more deeply to important messages that are being shared. I hope that when you're designing your own poster today, you'll be thinking about the ways that creative touches of your own color, composition, any design elements that you might add into your poster are going to help share your voice. Let's get started. So as you're getting started on this project, the first thing you should be thinking about is what message will you share with the world? And right now, as we're all going through a hard time together, the world is going through a lot of changes and pain, you can think about what message do you want to share with the world? Maybe that's a message of gratitude for all the helpers who are doing such a good job keeping people safe and happy and healthy and fed. Maybe it's a message of protest if you're feeling frustrated or angry with how things are unfolding in our world. Maybe it's a piece of advice. Health advice right now is something that needs to be shared. And then, of course, kindness and unity, messages that will bring people together during this difficult time. Any of these things is great, and it's going to be your opportunity to share what you're thinking with the world. So as you share your voice, there's a couple things we want to talk about. The sign you're going to be making is going to be a message, so you want to choose your words really carefully. But also we want to think about what design principles can we bring into this. And so the most important thing is first that your sign is readable. So your text should be large and high contrast. And as you're starting this project, you probably want to think about planning out your lettering in advance. You can see here that I've left the T hang down. Even the word advance is a little jammed in there. So the more that you plan out your lettering, the better it will look, the more readable it will be. And readable is really important. I'll also ask that you try limiting your color palette for maximum impact. If you have all kinds of colors jumbled together, it might be harder to read from a distance. And this is going to be hanging outside your home, so you want people to be able to see it. Okay, so I'll show you now how I went ahead and did this, and I was really inspired by the art in this book. So the art in this book is really made by taking painted and drawn printed patterns and then turning those into the larger images. So I wanted to start out by making my own patterned paper here, and I'm just using pencils and markers to make a pattern, and then cutting out letters from that pattern to make one of the words from my poster. And then for the poster itself, I was looking for larger paper in my house, and a grocery bag was actually the perfect tool for that. So I went ahead and used a paper grocery bag, and my grocery store uses these really cool printed bags that have this beautiful fish pattern on it. So I was able to kind of use that as part of my design. You can see I'm mapping out my letters first in pencil, and then going over them with a permanent marker. And then the final step is taking those letters that I cut out of my patterned paper and gluing them to the center, right there on the fish. Okay, and then outlining to really help with the contrast there. And we're finished. So we hope that whatever you make, you'll be able to share in some kind of public way, whether that's just hanging it out your window or posting it on social media for us to see what people have been making at home. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Art in Action from Home.